Hello, fight fans. Welcome to another episode of More Than a Fight podcast. I'm your host, José Alfredo Alcázar. Bienvenidos. And this is your co-host,
Juan.
And then we have
John.
behind the camera. And this is episode 25, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
I hope I keep track. We are doing our best to keep track. And we're going to kick it off with, we had two cards on Saturday. One in the Middle East and one here in the United States, Minneapolis, Minnesota at the Armory. And that's where we're going to start. And we had Morrell Jr. against Yerbossynuly from
Aidos,
Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
What'd you think of this one, Juanillo?
I mean, the fight was great. Yerbossynuly tough as can be, as we saw. And Morrell, I mean, he brought his boxing skills, which is what it was expected. It was his home. I mean, that's where he's from. And he was at home. And as you see there, body movement, punches from everywhere. Punches hard with both hands. And I mean, nothing but praise to him, man. But it just, what happened afterwards is what bothers him.
Yeah, that was the hard part because I woke up to that you actually in our group chat informed us of it because I wanted to talk about this. I was excited to talk about this fight because obviously we were going to say this is the one that we all felt was very entertaining because it was back and forth, which we were expecting from the other main event, but we'll touch on that a little later.
No, Aidos made him work every round, and just at a certain point, it was too much. I mean, if you just look at him, he's covered in blood. The ref's covered him. Like, it just went too far.
Yeah, it got to a point when we were watching it. I know I was telling Juan this. I think I was saying it out loud. I kept saying, hold on. Even right there, that was hard to watch because it was clear he was taking too many punches at one point. Morrell was just landing at will, like if it was target practice. And that's where the corner has to be able to say he's taking too many shots. They're clean as can be. Yes, he's still fighting back, but at what risk? And unfortunately, Sunday we found out at what risk. It sucks, but adios. As of now, we haven't gotten any updates or have you heard anything?
He was put into a medically induced coma after the fight. He did walk out of the ring. There's photos of him like walking out of the ring. Yeah. Walking back into the back. But yeah, medically induced in coma. You see some reports, but I wait for real news. But yeah, I've also seen some stories of the trainer saying that he did want to stop the fight. And like, you can say that now, but what does that mean? Nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, I did want to stop the fight. Don't mean shit now.
Yeah, that is just normally, no. Some corners or some trainers, when they see their fighters getting hit cleanly repeatedly, will tell the fighter, if you don't cover up, I'm gonna stop the fight. I don't recall 100% if Tony Weeks did that. I'd have to watch it back because Tony Weeks is a good ref, and normally a good ref will do that as well. A good ref will go to the corner and say, hey, you're taking a lot of shots, clean shots. You need to cover up. I need to see some. Because he was fighting back. There was no doubt about that.
He was always throwing back, yeah.
But at one point, I stopped watching it from an entertainment standpoint, and I started watching it from a concerned standpoint. And unfortunately, the worst is the worst hasn't happened yet, and let's hope it doesn't. Let's hope he comes out of it okay as far as he's able to live on. And this has to be his last fight because of this. At least I've never heard of a fighter coming back from this type of incident to fight again. Nor I don't think should.
No. I just want to wish him a quick recovery. And
we all do. Our thoughts go out to him and his family, and we hope at some point this week we get great news that he's awake and able to be coherent, because that's what we all want. Unfortunately, this is the reality of boxing. You take shots to the head, and sometimes you take one too many, and this is what happens. It sucks, but it's a reality of the sport.
Yeah, and I mean, it's, it sounds heartless, but, it does take away from Morrell's performance. Like, he looked really good up.
Yeah, no, he looked great. You're right. You're absolutely right. That's a great point because he did. He looked great at first, or not at first. His last fight that we watched against, and when it was at the Armory as well, against a dude named Hot Sauce. I can't remember his name other than his nickname because it was hilarious. He looked good, but he didn't look this good. And then for this to happen, it does take some shine off of it, unfortunately. But Morrell did what he had to do.
Yeah.
And he did what he did because the guy kept fighting. It wasn't his fault.
And you see the good sportsmanship at the end where he helped him. He was only him in weeks. Like, his corner wasn't even in there. Like, nobody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. So.
And unfortunately, we have to move on. It's just, it sounds harsh, but it's part of the sport. We're going to jump back across to the Middle East, and then we'll come back to Minneapolis, only because we want to touch on what was supposed to be the fight of the night. In my opinion, I think in yours too, Juan, I think we both felt this was going to be a great fight. But what happened, Juan?
Zurdo didn't do anything. Nope. He got pushed back the whole fight, and every time he threw, he got countered. He got hit with 3, so he was very gun shy. He just did not look like his typical self. Then again, he's fighting Bivol, and he showed us how good he really is.
And that's a great picture right there because Bivol got inside of his jab, and he was just countering him beautiful, man. I think Bivol showed why he is the best fighter of this year, if not right now, the best fighter, period. Because Zurdo, we both thought, full disclosure, I bet on the fight. We're not on the level. We can't say that. So I bet on the fight. I took Zurdo because 3-1. I'm like, Zurdo's got the height. I know we mentioned it last episode. He's got the reach. He's got the physically bigger guy. But it didn't matter because Dmitry Bivol put on a masterclass performance. Outboxed him, counterpunched him. I mean, everything. You could just, it's insane how good Bivol is. Yeah. I mean, what did you see when you?
Exactly what you said, man. And let's see if Canelo fights him now.
Well, that's really comes down. I mean, it sucks that Zurdo. Maybe it was the game plan, whatever it was.
That was the other thing I wanted to touch on. And now, because me and John normally like go back and forth about how upset we get, and I know they have to pay for their events or promotion or whatever. What am I trying to say? The advertisers pay them X amount, but I think they should implement some kind of app or like a premium thing. Like maybe charge me $1 more monthly, so I can get a microphone in the corner and I can hear what the corner's saying from round 1 to round 12.
I told you last time the reason why they do that is so they can have a clip for their YouTube. You know what I mean? So they can, after the fight, they post a clip on their YouTube, and you have to go to their YouTube to see what the corner was saying during the fight.
It's never gonna change.
Well, let's put that on there. If that's true, I want to put it on the description. I'm gonna try to do that this time. Because if that's true, then I want to put it in the description, and I'm gonna actually watch it too.
Because they used to do like NASCAR. You said that
before, actually. Now that I recall,
NASCAR, you can pay extra to hear the radio between the teams.
What the team's saying to the driver.
Yeah, but like, what am I going to pay for extra for that? Get out of here.
Fredo's willing to, you said?
Yeah, exactly. Don't give him ideas, bro.
But I don't want to take away from Bivol, but my thing was, Julian Chua is a good trainer, yes? We can agree on that? Well, I mean, based on the fighters he has and what they've done.
I mean, they're established fighters that he has. It isn't like he brought them up.
Ooh.
But so for instance, Cepeda is looking great ever since he lost to Ramirez.
Yeah.
And he's about to fight Regis.
But but you can also say he lost to Ramirez, but he could have gone either way.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, in other words, what I'm trying to get is Julian Chua is a good trainer. But I felt, again, with the limited corner audio that we got during the fight, that Chua was not giving him the right message and not telling him, you're losing these rounds. He's beating you. You have to take a risk. And like Juan said, every time Bivol would counter Zurdo or would land a 3-punch combination, Zurdo would come back with that jab. And it wasn't even like a power jab. It was more like a touch you jab. I'm going to try to keep you back jab.
It didn't work.
And then at times, what frustrated me was Zurdo would land a nice jab. You could pop his head back, and he wouldn't follow with the straight left. And I didn't understand that. And again, I think Julian Chu is a good trainer. I don't understand why he wasn't telling him. And maybe it was no, not maybe. It was the 12th round when he finally said, listen, Zurdo, this is it. What did he say, John? He said, your legacy is through that man, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
He said, because it was something very, not eloquent, but very.
Legacy's through that fucking guy over there.
Yes, something to that effect.
Yeah,
but even then, he still didn't.
It was too little, too late.
Exactly.
No.
But let's go back to Bivol because I don't want to take away from what he's done.
Yes.
He just beat Canelo Alvarez convincingly. I felt he could have knocked him out had he gone for it. And then he does this to Zurdo, who clearly was a threat. And I say that because Eddie Hearn and Matchroom would have preferred to fight Joshua Buatsi instead of Zurdo. And that's what they were trying to do until this fight was made mandatory or ordered by the sanctioning body. So for him to do this to Zurdo Ramirez, who we thought he was better than he was. And now I think he's going to do Buatsi and then hopefully Artur Beterbiev.
So you don't think Callum Smith?
No. I don't
Well,
think so.
now that you mentioned that, Boxing Scene is reporting that the WBC is being pressured to make Callum Smith the mandatory after he fights. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm thinking of Beterbiev. So Beterbiev's going to fight Yard. Callum Smith is supposed to get the winner of that fight.
Oh.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, that's because that's the whole thing, right? He's going to fight in January against Yard, Beterbiev, and then it's Ramadan. So they're already saying that he's not going to be able to fight till the summer. So Beterbiev just waits till the summer?
Yeah, basically.
Hey.
But then that puts a Bivol fight in around this time for 2023, winter time.
No,
fall.
it would be summer. It would be summer.
No, I don't think, because Bob Arum's gonna try to freaking pull some stuff because they don't like getting hurt. And again, this is always.
But Canelo,
I feel like I say this every episode.
You say there's no chance the Canelo fight happens?
It could. The only reason it could is because let me ask you this, and John, from the times you've seen boxing and we've done this podcast, where do you think he can generate more money? Let's say he fights Buatsi, Beterbiev, and he draws. Let's say, what do you think he can draw from those fights? Let's say 2.5 each, 5 million.
What?
How much do you think he'll get from Canelo? No, I'm lowballing. How much do you think he could get from a Canelo rematch?
That's way too high.
Oh no, I know I'm lowballing.
Oh, you're highballing.
I'm highballing. I apologize.
Yeah, no. Even the Beterbiev fight is a hard sell because not everybody knows Beterbiev.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Like, you really have to be following boxing. The only reason why people know who Bivol is now is because he beat Canelo.
Yes. And I said that on Twitter. That was one thing I said. I was like, had Canelo not taken the challenge of going up to 175, would Bivol be in this position?
No. I
don't think so either. And unfortunately, he would probably be more of a position like a, I know you guys are going to hate on me, but Demetrius Andrade. As in, he's on the outside looking in and never gets the big fights.
No, because Bivol doesn't say no to fights.
Exactly.
He never said no to fights.
He doesn't give up.
He always wanted to fight the guys
Janibek.
at 160. He just never got them in the ring. Whether it's Gennady Golovkin, Jermall Charlo, or Canelo.
What about Janibek? What happened with Janibek?
No, that's different.
He gave up a belt.
It's different.
That's different. Because it's after all this time of him calling out these names. Yeah. And Gennady Golovkin at the time was better than Janibek.
Yeah. All right. So,
but anyway,
he's in a great position because how many fights does he have to pick from? You know,
Bivol?
So he's got a bunch of fights ready. So
I think he's definitely going to do Buatsi next because it makes sense.
Yeah.
And then after Buatsi, I hope it's Beterbiev.
The only fight he wants is Beterbiev because he wants to unify. So,
but he can't also wait till the summer. Let's say John's right. He fights Yard. he's not gonna wait until, let's say, May or June to fight Better Biev. That's a long layoff.
You're right. No, he'll get another fight.
All right. So.
Oh, but real quick, fighter of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Without a doubt.
The only other guy I would think is Bam.
Yeah, Bam.
But to me, Bivol's fighter of the year.
Well, because of this fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And Canelo.
Well, no, obviously we need Canelo in order to call him fighter of the year.
Yeah, you don't.
Without Canelo, you
No.
can't.
He's not fighter of the year just by beating Ramirez.
No, absolutely.
No. I'm saying because of the addition, now it's like a lock. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I agree.
Yeah. All right, so moving on, we'll go to the co-main. And we have Chantell Cameron versus Jamie McCaskill.
Jessica McCaskill,
Yeah, Alfredo was very hyped about this.
I was, man.
I wasn't, and I was right.
I thought it was going to be a good fight. I was disappointed, man.
Yeah, I mean, she dominated, first 7 rounds?
6-7 rounds. I mean, McCaskill just looked off.
I don't know.
She got a rhythm or something at the end, but it was a little too late.
Yeah.
I don't know when I would have to look into when she got to
she was there for a few weeks.
Abu Dhabi, was she?
Yeah.
Okay, she did what Zurdo did. But obviously that didn't matter.
Yeah, she was there for like a big announcement and all that stuff. So, good performance.
That was disappointing. I was hoping that the ladies would continue their run.
But that was still a good performance by Cameron.
Absolutely.
Cameron performed well.
Yeah.
I just was hoping. I thought either one could win, but I was just hoping for them to put on a great performance based on all these fights we've seen this year of the ladies and how great they've been.
Well, no, what you're trying to say is you wanted McCaskill to come in and just start slugging.
That's what I thought was going to happen. I thought her and Cameron were just going to go at it because they're both come forward fighters, but that didn't happen. It was disappointing for sure.
Katie Taylor in Croke Park.
I mean, why not?
But there was also another one.
But obviously, we want to see Amanda Serrano. That's the number one.
Didn't she call out Khalees Chase or something like that?
Not sure.
Some girl coming out of retirement.
Oh,
I don't know.
I think it's like Khalees or some K name. Anyway, but yeah,
I'll have to research.
But yeah, now she's the unified super lightweight. Super lightweight.
Yeah, okay. Super lightweight.
All right, and then also probably one of the other fights of the night on that card was Rakhimov.
Yes, against Zelfa Barrett.
That was good.
It was a very good fight. Barrett came in on short notice too.
Exactly.
I thought he was gonna pull it off, man.
Oh, he was winning the fight?
He was looking good.
100% winning the fight. I think he tore something in his knee.
Yeah, I know. I remember you pointed that out during the fight.
He was limping or what?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see nothing.
Yeah. Because it was just like
he was looking good. Oh. Look at that. That counter was so nice.
Dropped him in the third.
Also, even there, I didn't understand why he didn't press him there after he had hurt him. Because I felt there were times in the fight where Barrett would hurt him, not even that knockdown, but before that, he was landing some good shots and he didn't go after him. So I think that's where he made some mistakes too.
It could be he was scared of the power. He didn't want to get away with. Because you got to think, this is a big deal to him. I think really he showed his skill. So, because this is a big step up.
Yeah, I just think he had it within his grasp. And then he let
Rakhimov
never
stopped.
back.
He never stopped throwing either. And he obviously hits hard.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Damn. Okay. No, that was good stuff by both. We'll see a lot more of Barrett.
No,
because he does have the skills.
I just felt Barrett let it go. He had it within his grasp, man.
No,
but even the stoppage, I didn't really like the stoppage. I thought he could have still gotten up on a 10 count.
I think he was injured. They're just I really think something happened to his leg or something. But then again, they said short notice. It just legs gave out instantly. Yeah.
But
and then good old Freddie Roach.
I think at the end of the day, Barrett still wins because he put on a good performance on short notice.
Oh, 100%.
And this is only his second loss. So if he takes this in the right manner from a mental standpoint, he can say, I had this guy. I had him. And had I had a full camp, I would have beat him. That's how I would take it. Or that's how, if I'm in his corner, I would tell him, you had this kid. If we would have had a full camp, we probably could have knocked him out. That's the mindset he needs to go forward with. and he might be able to see him again because I think Joe Cordina is going to knock out Rakhimov.
Oh, yeah.
Because obviously Joe Cordina was supposed to be the guy in the ring with him defending his title, but he injured his hand.
Never has interim, huh?
All those fake belts are interims, bro.
But then why couldn't they give a fake belt? Why do they have to take
That's a
Cordina?
good question. That's a good question. I'm sure there's some dumb justification behind it.
Yeah, no, I think Cordina wins, but I don't think he knocks him out.
I think he will. I think because he's gonna. If Barrett was able to counter or catch him with that uppercut and counter him or time him, if he was able to time him like that, Joe will be able to time him like that.
So that's coming up next, anyways. As soon as Joe's ready to fight.
Yeah, somewhere in
we'll get that.
Maybe April.
Yeah,
that'll be a good fight. Very good fight.
All right. So let's touch on some other notable fights from the cards. The first one's going to be from the Morrell card.
Okay, we'll jump back to Minneapolis, the Armory.
With Rosario versus Mendoza.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, Rosario we know very well, but he's coming off a skid. Mendoza, I think, was coming off a loss or two also.
Also short notice.
Yeah, but man, dude, he got some power, and that uppercut was amazing.
Yeah,
that was so nice. Just freaking. Oh, right on the button too.
Damn. Okay, that was beautiful.
Yeah, it's crazy that Jeison Rosario one time was the champion, and now
he beat J-Rock, right? That's who made him champion. Well, J-Rock fought also, but I don't remember he won, but I didn't get to see his fight.
Yeah. And then the next one, also on the same card.
A little too close.
Andre Dirrell.
A little too close. A little weird.
At least they're squeezing their lips together to not make it look too bad.
Yeah, no, yeah, then that'd be awful.
It's so weird. Yeah, but yeah, he plonked them pretty good. The shorts are horrible. Can we just
Dude, you don't like the Flintstone shorts?
That's Bam Bam, right?
And then what is this Monster short?
They're from the energy drink.
That is not Monster Energy Drink.
Bro. Yeah, no. I didn't get to watch this fight, but yeah, and I'm glad Dirrell was in that tournament a while back, and he was great, but he kind of fell off, and now he beats him. He knocks out the guy that Zurdo fought two fights ago, and
Yunieski.
Yeah, Yunieski Gonzalez.
But yeah, it's good to see him back in the win column. You know, that's good stuff. And then
we'll see if he can build on that. Get himself.
Then we go back to
Campbell Hatton
versus Bartos, and nice little, what is it? KO
body shot.
Threw it just like his father used to.
Well,
that was nice though.
Nice. Oh,
dude, that guy went down. Like he didn't go down slow. He threw himself on the floor.
Look at this picture though. He's still holding his arm.
Oh yeah,
that hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the way to keep building Hatton, get his confidence back up. So good job on their part because we still don't know what he's going to be or what he can be. I don't think he'll get up to the level of his dad. Maybe I'm wrong, but he needs to keep fighting guys like this with all due respect because he's still got a lot to
he's still green, man. He's learning.
But good for him. Gotta win.
And then we had the local guy, Sultan Al-Numani versus Cholhan Pak.
Sure.
I think you're right.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. And then little body shot KO. So weird. He spit the mouth guard out.
Oh man,
walked away.
He is hard as hell. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
I don't know. But he was a local guy, and they put him on top billing. If you were to look at hold on, I'll show you. He's actually on the poster.
Is he?
Yeah, he must be big out there.
Yeah, he's 8-0 now.
Right.
Easy Sultan Al-Nuami. Then we got to talk about.
I see him there.
Then you had the Yafai brothers. Nothing really.
None of them were that impressive.
Not at all, sir.
I mean, I think Gohan could have beat the guy after whoever he fought. I know he fought Yafai. I don't remember. Yafai. I don't remember which one, but I thought Gohan could have won that fight, and so on the other one too.
Cal, he got dropped in the first.
The Filipino guy was fighting very well. I think she probably should have got the fight.
Yeah, for sure, it was a disappointing performance from both Yafai brothers.
Yeah,
because more is expected of them.
100%. All right, so that was a good fight weekend, and then So we move on to the next weekend.
Yes, sir.
And starting on Friday.
I can't wait for this.
Oof.
Sonny Edwards versus
Felix Alvarado.
Felix Alvarado.
From Nicaragua.
Yes, sir.
Nah, dude. That, for a little guy, that guy's relentless.
Yeah,
and
we've seen
power
Alvarado.
puncher, too.
What is he? 38-2 with 33 knockouts.
Yeah, and he hasn't lost in 20 fights. He's on a he's on a tear, man. Sonny Edwards not a knockout puncher either. He
I
does
know.
not punch hard.
I was going to say, we're about to
Slick.
find out how good Edwards is or isn't.
Yeah, because he's slick. I mean, he's won his fights because he's slick. He's a good boxer, and he doesn't get hit much.
But I like to believe they studied Alvarado, because if they picked
I
him,
would hope so.
or maybe this is a mandatory.
Well, he was
I'd
supposed
have
to fight Martinez, but
Well,
stuff happened.
What do you
That's
say?
right.
Is this one of those mistakes? They're like, all right, we'll bring this guy with a big record over.
no, that guy's known. He's a world champion at 108.
Alvarado's
Yeah,
fucking
or was.
tough, man.
Yeah, no, he freaking hits
He
hard.
can take punches,
He's
man.
actually an inch taller than Sonny Edwards, FYI.
I don't know. Okay, we're gonna find out what Edwards is made of without a shadow of a doubt.
So we're
'Cause
leading
this is
Alvarado.
that kind of fight.
I am. I tried to go bet it. I couldn't find a place to bet it yet, but I'm going to go look again tomorrow.
Anybody else on the card?
No, I don't know.
What
On
anyone.
about
that
the girl?
card, no, I do not.
Oh
Honestly,
no, that's
we
the
do
other
not.
card. Sorry.
No.
Disclosure: we don't know who the card lads are.
Yeah.
Boy, I'll do some research on them.
All right.
Out of respect.
So that's Friday in the
Mhm.
UK. I'm not sure what time.
It's going to be the same as always, 11 to 2.
Oh,
2,
okay.
2 main event.
Yeah,
Oh.
our time.
All right. Then we're moving on down to Cleveland
Yes, sir. Montana Love.
versus
Spark.
Spark Aussie, the Viking.
I don't know, Spark. I mean, did you do any studying on Mr. Spark?
So he's 15-2.
Uh-huh.
He's been fighting in Australia.
Yeah. Okay, so
So
it's
he
a key
beat a
because he
Thai
fought
guy.
Mr. Love.
He beat a Thai guy who was 18-1.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Let me show you guys.
So Love should have this pretty easy, I think. He's that talented.
And good for him to be headlining in his home state.
Yeah.
Because the last time he was in Cleveland, it was on the undercard of Jake Paul, and that happened to be where DAZN saw him and signed him from. So I think Montana Love, if he keeps winning, because he's at 140, he can get a shot at one of the belts if he keeps it up, because he looks good. The fight I saw him, well, we saw it on the Jake Paul undercard. It was a very good fight. So he's got the skills.
No, that he does. Fast, hits hard, has good pop, and he's too pretty, obviously.
That's part of it. And he's a businessman. Shout out to him. I think he owns a couple nail salons and a barbershop or two, if I'm
There you
not
go.
mistaken. So the dude knows about business as well. So let's shout him out.
Well,
for that
no,
as well.
his wife has a cosmetology license.
Oh, well.
License.
Well, he's a businessman. Let's leave it at that.
It's like,
Don't try to
if he got
businessman
into all
is,
that, his girl has a cosmetology license.
Right, okay. Well, so.
Anybody else on the card you notice?
Well, Ray Ford is on the card. We've seen him. He's an up and coming prospect or potential star for the future. So he'll be interesting to keep an eye on.
All right.
The other gentleman I cannot say I'm 100% familiar with.
So the Tapia guy?
Yeah,
No,
we'll
I don't
keep
know.
an eye out
So
for
the
those
Tapia
dudes.
guy is 15-0. And
Is
he's
he
going
Dominican?
He is Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
his
very familiar.
last win was his Lozano
No clue.
and Luis Lebron, Iron Alvarez. Oh, yeah.
LeBron. There's two brothers. Last name LeBron from Puerto Rico. Oh no, not brothers. They fought each other at one time.
Oh, that's right.
There's that one guy that was very
Yeah.
talented, and the other
Luis-
guy was okay, and he
This
just
guy?
the okay guy fought recently. Yeah, so if you scroll down, it was LeBron versus LeBron like a few fights.
Henry.
ago. Henry's good.
15-0.
Okay. So should be some
Homie
decent fights.
Henry.
All right. Then we have the ladies.
Yeah, so
Natasha
Jonas. I'm not familiar with Eve-Decaire.
He got beat by Shields.
Jonas did.
No,
Jonas
Dakar.
never lost.
No, Jonas is lost. She lost to who is it? So Dakari
thinking-
lost to Taylor. And then Jonas lost,
to Taylor, actually.
Hold on. Fucking shit. I had it.
I have it mixed. I thought maybe Jonas did lose to Katie Taylor from.
That's
what I'm thinking. It's Taylor and Shields both.
So, I mean, nothing to be embarrassed about. They're the best.
Exactly. And it should be interesting.
Hopefully, it's a great fight, and they're headlining, which is cool.
So she lost. Jonas lost to Taylor, and Eve-Decaire lost to Shields.
Okay,
gotcha.
Okay, good matchup.
Yeah, and then Dalton Smith coming back versus Casey Benjamin.
And Dalton Smith had that. It was impressive based on what he did personally. Because it was fought the Irish dude.
There's a lot of
Irish
Irish
dudes. His name escapes me.
Because
I watched the fight. Outboxed him beautifully. Had the range and everything.
Let's see if he can do
that.
But
Dalton
again.
Keeps looking impressive. But the real test will be when he actually fights somebody across the pond over here in the U.S.
Well, that's a test.
But they're bringing him up the way they're supposed to. The one question I have based on this poster, John, is who's hosting this?
It looks like a DAZN poster.
Because I thought Dalton fought on DAZN.
Huh?
Or no, he did fight on DAZN. His last.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't.
His
on the smaller guys, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think they're a little.
No, I know, but because I want to watch it, so
I'm pretty positive it's DAZN.
It's British Boxing Board of Control. Benjamin Shalom.
No,
so it's boxer.
Okay.
Ben Shalom is boxer.
He's the promoter.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be on Sky.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe they'll show it on ESPN.
Okay.
All right.
I'll keep my eye out there.
On the ESPN Plus, that is. Speaking of which, nice transition.
That's 5 minutes from my house. Janibek.
The homie
Sinisa.
Versus
Strada.
I feel like they're kind of feeding Bentley.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's for a title shot.
I mean,
how else do you want to be fed?
But Janibek's no one to play with.
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah. Anybody that's from Kazakhstan are going to be tough. And he was supposed to fight Ubu.
But Ubu didn't want to fight him.
It's not that. It's just he deserves a actual shot at somebody of significance. With all due respect to Janibek, we still really don't know how good he is or isn't. If I'm Boo Boo and he's 34, 35, I want a fight of significance against a Gennady Golovkin, against a Jamal. But those fights don't happen. So now he's going to have to move to 168, and maybe he can petition for the winner of Plant and Benavidez.
Sure.
But let's see how Janibek does, and you never know. Bentley's getting a title shot. Whenever you get a title shot, I would like to think you're up for it, no matter who's across from you.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I wouldn't just say, oh, it's this dude named Bentley. Hey, man's a pro. He's getting a title shot. He's going to come out and try to win because there's a payday behind it. And Estrada, this will be her first fight on Top Rank ever since she left Golden Boy. Because she was very unhappy with Golden Boy and how they were treating her or taking her, or how slow her career was going with them.
She's fighting an Argentinian who's 6-1.
Okay, newer.
It seems like a lot of the females we see on this side are Argentinian.
I know her. I don't know the Argentine.
No. I'm saying Estrada is 22-0.
Oh no, I know. Yeah,
going against 6-1.
No, yeah, we know Estrada. Estrada's somebody.
No, but I'm saying, like, it doesn't seem.
Yeah.
All right.
It could be.
So let's talk about the real fight.
Fredo.
Here we go.
Well, Fredo's been watching Deji for years on YouTube. So he for some reason thinks Deji's gonna win.
God, I don't know. It's so.
This is taking place in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess that makes sense.
They got the money, man. They got the money.
And I also think, like, yeah, it's just money, tourism, because the Europeans can come see UFC and boxing, which is not really a big thing out there, you know?
And this is pay-per-view?
Oh, yeah.
$15, bro. I think. Nothing crazy.
They got to pay him his 50 mil or whatever he's going to make.
Oh yeah.
What I'm curious about is, and we don't need to research it. Maybe we can have some fans chime in. Is what does Leonard Ellerbe have to say about this? Because it's on DAZN, a platform he knocks, and Eddie Hearn is tied to DAZN. So how does he feel about it? Because he's always talking noise about Eddie Hearn and DAZN. So here you go, your boy's on DAZN. Are you going to show some love, or are you going to be quiet?
He's going to get paid. He's going to show a little love.
I don't think Ellerbe has anything to do with these fights.
He's not going to even show his face. Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, if I'm Floyd, why would I bring Ellerbe when I can do it myself? Because that's how Floyd thinks, honestly.
Oh, now, yeah.
Well, now he has to.
I think you're right. I don't even think.
Ellerbe isn't at these fights.
No. I'm saying Mayweather, now he has to. Why does he need?
He doesn't need anyone.
No, because the promotions he's doing, right? He's going to these. What do you think the commission is like in fucking Abu Dhabi? They're like, no, this guy. No, they're like, we don't give a fuck. Let anybody who wants to fight here, fight here. That's why, it's just gonna be trash.
I agree. For once, we agree.
He's gonna literally let the guy go to a decision, and that's it. And it's gonna be so dumb. And so this is the same thing.
You don't think Floyd's gonna knock out Deji?
No. Floyd's not trying to knock out these guys because he's not trying to scare them.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
If he was just killing people left and right, nobody's gonna be like, "Oh, I want to fight Mayweather next."
Yeah.
But if you can go out there and say, "Hey, I lasted,"
Logan Paul, man.
We'll see.
He's over 50 pounds heavier.
Logan Paul beat Floyd.
Logan Paul, that was the thing. He lasted, right?
He still hasn't gotten paid, according to him.
Yeah, but that's he's not trying to knock anybody out because he wants these people to kind of come in. He just doesn't like Japanese people. That's why he knocked out that match.
They disrespected him, dude. They threw the flowers on the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
But also, stupidity is Tommy Fury versus Paul Bamba, a celebrity trainer.
Wow. I'm excited.
Global Titan. The hell owns that?
Global.
And this is in Dubai as well?
It's in the undercard of the Mayweather.
Oh, my bad.
Undercard.
Got it.
Yeah.
I see it now.
So, it is.
So Alfredo will go over this next week for you guys.
Yeah, sure.
Blow by blow.
Yes.
Me and John will just look lost. And
Tommy Fury Bomba.
Yeah, so. I think that's all we got, no?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, no, is there any news and notes?
Well, I mean.
No, nothing. The thing you saw today about Davis.
Gervonta.
No, this is just reporters.
Abner.
Yeah, the guy was speculating because Devontae tweeted Jan, and then Abner Mares was also tweeting about he's gonna have a fight coming.
But it wouldn't surprise me if it does.
I can see it happening.
Because it's just
Hey, they better watch out.
Unfortunately, it's par for the course, and if this does happen, there's no way Tank wins.
No, De La Hoya is going to expose all these guys.
That's what he said. I'm waiting for it. I'm going to go get popcorn right now and go on Twitter.
Yeah. If Tank does take this fight with Abner, there's no way he wins. Because...
What do you mean? Abner's not going to beat him?
As in, how does he win? Even if he beats Abner, even if he knocks him out, who's going to care?
No one cares. Yeah. It's just a payday, man.
But and they're going to be dumb enough to put it on pay-per-view. You have to put a co-main, a undercard that looks great in order for anybody to buy that fight. That's the only way it gets some buys.
It's just speculation.
And that's no disrespect to Abner. I'm sorry, but you're not what you once were, with all due respect. I wish he would go back to commentating because he did a very good job.
He just commentated last week.
But as in, stick to commentating. Stop fighting. You've already done what you've done.
Stick to
you've
your
had a great
job.
Career.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. He gets the itch,
because we don't want him to get hurt. That's what I'm trying to say, man.
Oh, you're so.
And yeah, if you do that, don't get mad when you get all that backlash. Blame your people that continue to take your career down.
Damn.
It's the truth.
Damn.
Yes. Well, not Floyd, because Floyd's in Abu Dhabi busy fighting a bunch of bums.
Floyd
and
only
Leonard
cares about
Ellerbe wants to talk noise about these other platforms that are putting on better fights. So no, it's not Floyd. Let's keep it real.
Ellerbe. Ellerbe runs a promotional company.
Davis.
And Floyd owns it. Floyd doesn't do shit.
Exactly. Floyd just collects the money.
So yeah, no, let's
that's a hot take.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a good one to close it.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And what should they do, Juanillo?
Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you.
And hit the bell notification button
in a few days.
Yeah.
All right.
Just bleed.